How do you get help for your dog with DM? Well, I have 4 incredible pieces of information for you. Please stay in to the end of this video so that I can share an amazing piece of information that has helped hundreds of dogs with DM. Hi, I'm Debbie Famlis of the Canine Bone Institute. I've been teaching since 2013 and have been practicing since, well, it's been over a dozen years now. In my practice, I deal with dogs with neurological problems. So I know you've been out there Googling and desperately looking for help for DM. So I'm here to shed some light with you. Now, number 1, we need to understand DM. Now, you've probably been Googling, and which led you to here. So you have an idea of what DM is. But let me just back that up again. You've probably been to the vets. They have ruled out everything else till they got to this conclusion of DM. And now they've kind of let the doors open and said, you're on your own. Now, no fault of their own, vets are amazing at diagnosing. They're amazing at surgeries and applying the right medication for the right issue. However, when it comes to a neurological issue, such as DM, they really don't have the neurological tools. So therefore, when you get that diagnosis of DM, you hear there's no cure. So devastation, right? Now, in my practice, I saw DM coming in through my doors about 7 years ago. Until then, it was a very odd case that would come to me. So right now, it seems to be very prevalent. Why, we don't know. But right now, we know, number 1, that we have a diagnosis with your dog and that the veterinarian really has no solution for you. Number 2, you really need to understand the neurological system. So, your dog's brain, your brain as well, is connected to the spinal cord. The brain and the spinal cord are an information highway. They communicate all day long. So when your dog is not experiencing any neurological difficulties, they're moving properly, right? No problem. But with DM, there's a disconnect in that neurological system. And that's where we start to see the paralysis. So let's look at the neurological system like an information highway, because that's exactly what it is. The spinal cord is your main highway. There is information coming and going all day long. Then off of that main highway are branches of your nervous system. So let's call these your side roads or those off, paved roads. And a little bit further away from that spinal cord, but still communicating amazingly well with the brain. Then off those paved roads, those side roads, are these little dirt roads. Now they're a little more sensitive, but yet they're still connected to that paved road, connected to that main highway, and there's still a brilliant communication. With DM, there's a breakdown so that those neurological pathways are no longer getting that communication. Therefore, that's when we start to see, that nail scraping, that knuckling over, that lameness starting to kick in. Number 3 is about solidifying what you know. Here's a recap. So far, we know that your dog has a diagnosis of degenerative myelopathy. We also know that the veterinarian said that there is no cure and that you probably have 6 months to a year until all that paralysis has moved in. Thirdly, now you have a better understanding of why there's a disconnection in that neurological system. There's a breakdown along that communication. So now we need to know, what are we going to do? So number 4 is about what? What can we do? I understand that your heart is breaking. I totally understand that. I work with families and their dogs every single day in this clinic. By the way, this is my clinic room. And I see these cases coming in all the time. Over the years, I developed a method called Response5. This was just for me to help resolve those really difficult neurological cases. Then it became part of my teaching. I founded and started teaching this method in 2013, and Response 5 was the first piece that I taught every upcoming practitioner because I understood the validity behind it. I understood the results that I was getting. This Response 5 course became so amazingly effective that I thought, you know what, I'm going to start teaching this to families within my community. Meanwhile, I started getting all these emails, such as yourself, asking for help. So in 2016, Response 5 became a global online course. So this is a course that will walk you through the steps of my Go technique that I use every day in this practice. We now have families just like yourself in 19 countries and counting that have worked specifically with dogs with degenerative myelopathy. Please go over to response5.com, grab all the information that you can, and know for sure that this neurological response is correcting and helping and creating this vitality and refound movement to your dog and keeping your dog around for all of those precious years. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and once you're over there, hit that bell so that you get more videos. I love to inform people about their dog's health. DM is just that huge passion for me, but any type of mobility issue that has a neurological base is where my expertise is. So subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.